Starting off with another Tony Fleece book. This is a book that we talked about on FOC the other few weeks ago. We talked about it on New Comic Book Day this week. Dark Ride, what is this? The 1 in 25.
25.
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 9, 1 in 25, the Cinderella homage. And it's also got like a Where the Wild Things homage type thing going too in the bottom there, which I love.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think these have done this almost every month. These Dark Rides. I don't think there's that many places ordering 25 copies. And so like the first few sell for decent, like this one sold for 40. But then like nobody pays kind of attention after that. It's really weird.
Yeah,
So
it is.
Is
anybody reading this? Is anybody reading this story?
I am not. I am not reading this, no.
No, man, but that's a great cover, man.
It's beautiful. He always does good job on his variants, man. He's always all of Tony's covers, period, all his art are great, but he kills it on those variants. Starting off with that, remember that Spider-Man variant he did that had that vintage look in it back in the day, and
yeah.
Oh man, he's just
he did one for Jessica Jones too, right? Something like that.
So
he did a Jessica Jones variant.
Nice.
In San Diego this year at the Bad Idea party, Tony was there, and I saw him. I ran over to him. I was like, "Oh man, what's up, brother?" And he's like, "Dude, you got to see these covers that I got coming up." And he showed me these, and they were absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. And I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be hard keeping my mouth shut for a while." But here you go, absolutely gorgeous. And he was, when an artist is stoked over. Like super stoked to show people like, oh man, check this out. They're gonna be freaking good. So very, very cool.
He's doing a really good job too on the Disney stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's really, I mean, he puts emphasis on the character, but I love how he puts like the homage of just how iconic Disneyland is in all the backgrounds.
Yeah.
Is that like this? Is the house behind there? Is that like an homage to?
I think it's an
House of Secrets.
I thought
the House of Secrets too.
Maybe
that kind of does look like it, right?
Maybe, yeah. Because the clock is going. She's about to turn into a pumpkin. See the clock up there turning midnight.
Yeah, it's almost like a collab of both.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Good call.
And that's what I've seen, like where they'll take an homage, two different homages, and collab them together to see if you can guess where they're pulling from, right? Because you got the Disney thing going, and then you've got the House of Secrets thing going.
Yeah,
you could tell it was just inspired by about 2 or 3 things.
Well,
or I guess it could be El Macho from Despicable Me 2. His house was all the way up on that hill.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good. It's Fleeks brings it on this cover, man. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of Tony, let's just double it up. I mean, he's killing everything, so might as well throw him on here twice. Moving on to Harrower issue number 1. This is the Boom Studios exclusive Tony Fleece cover. This is creepy, dude. Holy cow. A head in a bag with a doll being stabbed. What is going on here, man? It's got that old 80s horror poster.
I'm out.
Yeah, this one is like this one's hard to look at.
Hey,
like,
bro.
I know it's a doll, but still, it doesn't necessarily look like a doll. It's just.
Hey, it's gonna be okay, Tony. Let's talk, bro. It's gonna be all right, man.
That's good shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what this one's selling for like 25. I have no idea what. I think the buy-in on those Boom exclusives, I think was $19.99. I think, but I'm not 100% sure because I didn't buy any of them, so I don't know what people are spending or if they got a discount or anything like that. But
Yeah.
Are we freezing? Is the internet messing up again? I hope it's not. I hope.
No, it doesn't seem like
Okay.
it. I'm watching the YouTube. It's
Okay,
doing
good. I saw a shout out to, I think it was Kreider that said, are we freezing, or is it just him, or somebody said we're freezing? So I hope not. Let us know. Yeah, Brian's Comic Garage says, are they freezing up, or is it just me? Hopefully it's just you this time, because I'm about ready to walk down to my internet service provider and start throwing some punches. Yeah. But
So T Jones is saying, is this not a doll?
it looks like a doll.
Is that a real baby?
That
Is
doesn't
that a
look
real
like a real
fucking
baby.
baby?
That's not a real baby.
Bro, that better not be a real fucking baby.
That doll's eyes are popping out of his head.
Yeah.
That looks fake as fuck.
I mean, wouldn't a baby's eyes pop out of its head if you were stabbing it?
I don't want to know about that.
I don't know.
Fucking creepy.
Okay, I can't even. Now I can't even look at this cover. I have no idea what's going on. I can't even look at it.
Now I'm thinking of Starface Man eating that baby. Jesus.
Oh,
God, man.
that was a crazy cover too. Holy shit.
It's like, hey, Hood, this is Tony, please. It's the guy who kills babies on the covers.
Kidding.
Oh.
Sorry.
How much is this selling for, Stein?
25.
Out the gate. Nice. All right. Moving on to the next book on the Almost 10. Mitch, issue number 1, the foil 1 in 25. Now, this series looks great. We talked about it, I think, on Comic Man Andy's new comic book week, Comic News Weekly episode the other night. We talked about the story, and it sounds like a cool, fun comic book. And this cover is very interesting. This is a Scout Comics issue number 1, and I would love to hold this in the hand and see how it looks. It's a spot foil, right?
So it's actually the one where it's the blue dude.
Oh,
where it looks like because it's the 1 in 25. It's where he looks like what's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal from what was that movie? He had those bunny ears or whatever.
Donnie
Donnie Darko.
All right, let me take a look here. So I'm going to Mitch, number 1. Let's bring this up for everybody here.
It's a cool cover.
Mitch, number 1. This one right here?
No, he's blue, so it's not even listed there.
Yeah, they don't even have it listed. That's interesting.
They've got that one twice. But
Yeah, that's why I put it. All right, let's take a look here. Shout out to Cover Price. They're doing so good that they forgot. Shout out to Scout Comics. Look at this. You could buy it. Is it still available?
There you go.
It's crazy.
Add to cart.
$25, you guys. If you guys want to buy it, here you go. I'll drop a little thing in the chat for anybody that wants to check it out.
What do you guys think about these websites doing this, putting the incentives on their website? When doesn't that take away? I mean, like, it seems like that takes away business from LCSs.
Man, I don't know how I feel about it today. 10 years ago, I would say so, but that's changed so much about how many LCSs are getting variants, and a lot of LCSs, especially smaller ones, aren't even buying enough covers of or copies of this book to get the variants, I would think. But I could be wrong about that.
That looks like a tough 9.8.
Yeah.
All black, and then just the dude is
Yeah,
Foil.
it looks like a fucking
foil.
Tron variant, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this is a cool aliens book too. So for all you UFO and aliens fans like myself, this is going to be an interesting read. So keep an eye.
Is that why
on
the
it.
cactus and the UFO, like for the desert for Arizona?
Yep.
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's tight.
So, how much did you say this was selling for, Stein?
30,
30. So there you go. If you guys want to make $5,
or buy it for 25.
yeah, yeah. So, all right. Next on the Almost 10. Oh, One of my favorite all-time books. I love these holofoil, holochrome variants from back in the early 2000s. Fathom number 12, the Michael Turner cover with Witchblade and Fathom, and it is a beautiful holofoil variant. It looks gorgeous in hand.
Yeah, this one tied an all-time high this week. A CGC 9.8 sold for $180. I don't know how many are there of this. Usually, like my comic shop says.
That's a great question, and I don't know the answer to.
What is that? Fathom 12? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Let me see if it says on my comic shop. Usually they'll tell.
Believe it or not, I think I have that.
Does not say. It just says limited edition hollow foil cover.
Wow.
Does not say a print run.
One available.
What's the all-time high for this then?
180. It tied it this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I guess I should grab this one for 65 then, huh?
Do it.
65 raw.
Yeah. Saying 9.4 near Matt.
Pick it up.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Love those holofoil, love the holochromes. Maybe I wish they would start using that technology now instead of the dull foil
Just foil,
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, you had that refractor look to it, and it changes the whole
Yes, it does.
the whole look of it.
Yeah, because
What's up, Thorough?
I know the orange reflects from that book at the orange and yellow, and it pops on that book.
Hell yeah. Yeah, shout out to Thoro, Decor. Shout out to my homie Kyle, my boy, who is not fired. Quit asking him if he's fired. He can't be fired. He's the OG. He created that shit. 204 watching live.
What's up, Thoro?
Craziness going on in the comic book world over the last couple weeks, and more drama to come, I imagine, just like every other week. Maybe tomorrow we might drop a little bit of a comic book drama alert information. But that being
If not,
said,
we'll start some shit with somebody. You know what I mean? We'll just make something up and start some shit.
moving on the almost 10. This is an interesting one too. Virtua Fighter number 1, the gold logo, quote unquote, limited to 50,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna call BS on this one.
So am I. Yeah.
Yeah, so CGC 9.0 of this sold for $2,750. There is no way that's real, right?
Bullshit, dude.
Man, last time I've heard Ben say that was a long time.
Yeah,
I love that Sega. I love the Sega Saturn logo on there, dude.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, and it's a Marvel book at the same time. Was this a giveaway? What was this? I don't know much about it.
I think it just had to do straight with the Sega Saturn. I think it might have. I think it may have come with the game when you bought the Sega Saturn game. Maybe, I don't know. What's funny is I never had a Sega Saturn. That came after the Sega CD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sega CD was the last one that I bought before.
Was it the Saturn
Sega
that had the Rogue Squadron game, I think? Or was that the Sega CD? I can't remember. God damn it. I'm getting old.
Let's see if we can find a little bit more information on this. All right. Virtua Fighter issue 1 is a one-shot comic. Was released by Marvel on August 1st, 1995. Doesn't say anything else. Let's see here.
You think of that. If this was really printed at 50,000, this would be like number 2 on Comicron right now. Like for the week. I mean, this is like a huge print run.
Special limited edition premiere issue. Wow, that's interesting. So, yeah, the limited edition premiere issue is this issue. And then there was a second printing that they did a month later. So this is the first printing. That's weird, man. I would love to find out if this was like a promo copy or something, because those are my favorite type of books, especially if they're involved with a game.
It would almost have to be to have sold for $27.50 if that was like a legit sale. I mean, there's no way a book with a print run of 50,000 is going to sell for that.
Yeah.
I just bought one for $2.50.
The 50,000 one?
Well, there's only one to choose from on my comic shop, and they had one to choose from.
Wow. Yeah, that's probably got some little fuckery going on there, but it is still a cool book to know about. I've never heard about this book, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, I like anything that looks or resembles Street Fighter. So.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Next on the Almost 10. This one's interesting. Another Scotty Young book. This is the Vision Director's Cut #1, the Scotty Young Marvel Babies black and white variant from 2017. I've never seen
what
this.
was different? What was different in the director's cut from just regular Vision #1?
See the green border around it that looks like a
no, I mean like
microchip?
I mean like in the guts. I mean, did they add anything to this to the book or take anything away, or what's the difference?
Who knows? I didn't look.
I didn't either.
From what I understood from director's cuts is it was a reprint with some kind of added stuff that didn't make the first print.
Maybe a script
Okay.
Chat, tell me if I'm close or if I'm way off. Or comments. I appreciate it.
The only thing I remember from Vision 1 is it had a preview in there of something. Remember that it had Vision 1 had a preview, didn't it?
2012. 2012, right?
Yeah. Didn't it have a preview
2017
of something in there?
America Chavez or something?
Something, or maybe Vision 1 was previewed somewhere else. I can't remember. There was something to do with the preview, but yeah, I've never seen this one either. But it sold for $50. It had been like a $20 to $25 book, so people already knew about it, but it sold for $50. So,
Mag Daddy has a question. He says, let's see here. He says, so what is the criteria that distinguishes a book from being on the Almost 10 to the top 10?
So the Almost 10 will generally kind of encompass like new releases that may have only had like 1 or 2 sales, but are not really that much. Like if it's a variant, might not be that much above ratio, and had like 1 sale or 2 sales or something. But at least it's okay. It's not like a 1 in 25 that's selling for $12. It might be selling for 30. Or
maybe like a real obscure rare book that just boom hit the market and sold for a lot, kind of.
Right, sold for a lot, but nobody really knows about. So we're going to talk about it, but it doesn't necessarily, just because it's kind of like they're like one-offs. Just kind of to bring, again, what we want to do is make this as fun as possible, and I think that's probably what most people like about some of these things that I put on here, is that we're talking about books that nobody else really is talking about or even considering,
or even
I think it just is, or even knows about. So I think it's more. I think it just makes it more fun. I think if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I want it to have like legitimate, reasons for it, but the whole goal of us doing this is not to just be robots and just put out facts. That's boring, and it's not really anything to talk about. I could do that by myself and just put out some random thing every week if I wanted to. But
you could just go and take screenshots of cover price and put them up on your screen.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I love the Almost 10. And our next book on the Almost 10, it's not even a book. It's the Comic Shop News number 260. Now, if you guys don't know what the Comic Shop News is, Comic Shop News was like a newspaper type pamphlet that was put out that looks like a comic size, but when you open it up, it's big and it kind of turns around, and you look at it, you read it like a newspaper, old school. I have a couple of them. I have the Comic Shop News where it's got the the preview of the Alex Ross Joker Harley cover on it. And there's some great Comic Shop Newses out there. And this is one I've never seen. And there's up until recently, there hasn't been very many comic collectibles with Michelle Pfeiffer in the Catwoman suit to buy. And here's one.
They're still giving out these Comic Shop News things, aren't they?
I don't know. Are they?
I mean, it's been a long time since I've been in a store,
It's
but
still
I feel like they
published.
still shove them.
Wow.
Yeah,
I still
one of
feel
my
like they
polls.
still throw them out.
One of my polls. She was here, but she's back. She always in my box. She always puts a new one in there. Or if I miss 2 weeks, she'll put the last 2 weeks.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out to Coy.
this one is old, right? This one's really old.
Oh yeah.
But
92.
I mean, yeah, 92. And I would say most of us just throw these away because it's just like a newspaper. So I would say that very few of these. But if you were to keep this one, that would be a cool one to keep. And it sold for $50 this week. So if you kept this free newspaper for the last 30 years, you made like $1.50 a year. So good for you.
That's awesome. I wonder if they grade these. Can you get these graded? That'd be cool.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about that when that Spider-Man New York paper came out?
Yes.
And would
Yeah.
they grade the Spider-Man New York paper?
Man, we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to. I've got a couple bat signals out to Matt Nelson and CGC. I just haven't heard back from him yet, so that'll be another question I'll add to the list. Comic Shop News getting graded. They got to be pretty damn minty to grade these things. So,
Hey, there's some of those old school comic shops that have been there for decades. And they still have, I went in them before.
Stacks.
They've still got stacks of these. They've still got stacks of previews. They never got rid of them. They just stack them up. Like there's probably some of those Spawn preview books, or, all the Miles previews that are out there that sell for really good money. They're probably just sitting in these old store stacks in their warehouse or something like that. Yep.
So good shit. All right, moving on. Next, Thanos issue number 1. This is is it Kunka Virgin variant? The artist, his name, he goes by Kunka. Is it Kunka? I might be messing that up.
I feel stupid saying.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Kendrick Lim.
Yeah, Kendrick Lim. Yeah,
because it sounds stupid.
Yeah, for when
No
you're
offense
not
to
saying
Kendrick
it
Lim.
right. Yeah.
Do you guys like this?
I'm not a fan of this, man. It's good, but I'm just personally not a fan. I love the A cover by Linnell Francis Yu. I think it's one of the most beautiful covers, and it's a way it should. If anything, I'm glad it's the A cover, but they could have made that the 1 in 25, and it would have skyrocketed. Now I'm sure there's going to be a 1 in 25 second print of that Linnell Francis Yu that's going to be on the list, in a few weeks. But man, that A cover, the way he's angry and it's got the skulls in the background behind them. But there's also that gorgeous, is it Mark Brooks? Who did the homage one to the original Infinity Gauntlet? Maybe it was Noto. I think it was Noto. But this isn't terrible. It's not bad. I'm just not a biggest fan of it as I am with the Linnell Francis Yu and the Phil Noto one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is a 1 in 100, the Virgin. So this is, you can get with the trade dress for cover price because I think it's the A cut. Is it the B cut? Maybe it's the B cover of this. I'm not sure, whichever it is, but you can get it for cover price. But this Virgin is 100 and a quarter. So I don't see that anybody
read issue 1.
I haven't read it yet. No. Oh, I will.
I mean, I picked it up and then I put it back.
I think it's gonna be cool. It's him taking on the Illuminati, so I think that's gonna be cool. And he's coming back for something.
Yeah, there's like some new version of the Illuminati in the guts of this book. So,
So, all right, what is this selling for?
125.
Ooh, wow.
But it's a 1 in 100, so it's not like it's crazy over ratio.
No.
All right, moving on. This is a fun one for everybody out there. They're wondering, why is this on the list? Wildcats issue number 1 from 1992. The classic Jim Lee comic book team. A lot of first appearances in this, like 10 first appearances in this. Of course, Grifter, Voodoo, all those characters you see there. And first appearance of the Wildcats team, right? Mondo.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily the fact of this book, because 9/8 of this still only sell for like $40-$50. So it's not really that big of a deal.
Even newsstands are like what, like $150 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But this week, ACGC 9/9 sold for $875.
Wow.
Now, would you put an $800 premium from going from a 9/8 to a 9/9?
Oh no, was it a Comic Tom's copy?
It was definitely.
Does he have a 9/9?
It was definitely a warehouse find, I imagine.
I just love Joe, dude. He makes me laugh. He's just like in his own world. He just goes off the mic and laughs and chuckles.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've wondered about these 9/9s and the premiums that people pay for some of these 9/9s.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like to me, like these 9/9s, like I've seen 9/8s look better than some of the 9/9s I've seen. And to me, it's like, whose dick did you suck to get that 9/9, bro? Like, I still don't get it, man. Like, they should not grade anything a 9/9 or a 10, dude. It's just a fucking 9/8, and that's it, dude.
I like Wildcats. Is it issue number 11 that they also have that silver chromium cover? It's first appearance of Mr. Majestic. I love that Mr. Majestic character, man. Super cool character.
Is it 12 or is it 11? 12's first full. So I was
First
just
full,
wondering.
yeah. Yeah, maybe it's 12.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it too.
Yeah. So, well, there you go, you 9/9 fans. There's that great IG channel called the 9/9 Newsstand that is one of the great IG accounts.
Oh, that's
out
my
there.
buddy. He's cool as shit.
Hell yeah.
I want to
dude.
check that out.
Yeah. Great IG.
Have you guys ever got a 9/9 besides on?
No.
No, I got a
never
10 on that Batman Dick book.
Oh, Batwang? The Batman
Yeah, the
down?
Batawang.
Yeah.
I got a 10 on that was the only 10 I've ever gotten.
Yeah, but there was at least like 40 or 50 10s, right?
Yeah, but at least
Yeah.
I got a 10 though.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know?
That's true.
I thought it was king shit. I had a fucking 10.
I got a 10-inch Batwang.
Dude, I got that video somewhere, probably on my old phone, man. I was like, I fucking got a 10.
Yeah.
No, I think I called CGC and they had taken forever to ship my books. And I go, hey, can you tell me what my grade is? Please. I like fucking begging like a little kid. And they go, okay, Batman Damned 10.0. Yeah! I must have scared the shit out of her, dude. They're all, okay.
Thank you.
They go, okay, sir.
By the way, I gotta throw a big thank you and much love to AOA, who's always just doing such a great job as a moderator, and not just our shows, but multiple comic book content community shows. He's just an amazing part of this community, and we can't thank him enough for what he does. One of the best. So we love you, AOA. All right. Moving on. Now, this is one that I can't find anything about. I think it's a Patreon book. It's Rags, the self-published series. Number 4, the Brian Shearer G.I. Joe homage from 2018. And I couldn't even find a picture of it other than the one Stein got from wherever he saw it.
Yeah, and I think this one looks good. Like, first of all, like if you remember the most of the Rags covers, like she was like always like in like had like nothing on. Like she's actually got like
Clothes
full
on.
full uniform on this.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost kind of looks like she's like Tomb Raider-ish.
Scarlet.
It's kind of like it's kind of like but I mean it's kind of like a Tomb Raider feel, like she's in a cave or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I think it was well done. I probably should know who Bryan. Should I know who Bryan Shearer is?
I don't know who. I've never heard of him either.
Okay, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him. So, but yeah, old rags, still out there, still selling. I know it is crazy. I've still never. I don't think I've ever owned any rags issue.
No.
Ever. I think I bought like one of like issue like 6 from like the Antarctic Press. Like I saw it on the shelf and I was like, ooh, I should probably get this because everybody wants rags. They're awesome. Yeah. But a CGC 9.8 of this sold this week for $340, so it still is selling.
Wow.
I suggest anybody try to find more information on this book. Good luck. Have fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's tough. Unless I was looking in the wrong places, man. I couldn't find this.
I tried to find another picture too. I had to go back to the listing to actually find a picture of this, and that's like a picture from the listing because I couldn't find it anywhere else.
It looks like you're holding the book under a glass table and then taking a picture in the mirror.
I just screenshotted from what was on the whatever was there. I just snipped it, but
yeah, this guy has. Brad Selden makes a great comment because Bryan Shearer has quite a few. He's doing a lot of the new G.I. Joe stuff, so be on the lookout. Yeah, and he's also doing a lot of the new Transformers stuff. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. This is a G.I. Joe thing he did in 2018, and now he's doing new G.I. Joe stuff.
Hell yeah.
So
very cool.
Yep.
I like it.
All right. Next, Sonic the Hedgehog, issue number 290 from 2016. There is a newsstand and I think, I don't know if it's a ratio variant, but there is a variant to this, but there's also a newsstand copy of this. I don't know if there's a first appearance in this or not, but
it's last issue.
Okay.
Which really sucks when you think about it because they got all the way up to 290 and then they stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, because it's Archie. Archie
was
publishing it. It was his last of Archie's.
I know, but how lame is that? Like, just
10 more.
At least get it to 300. Yeah, at least get it to 300, and then send it off to a different. Then send it off to IDW or whoever. But
yeah,
gosh, 290 really? It's like who is it that in the home run, like his career home runs, like Fred McGriff or something, ended up like 499 or something like that. Like,
or Dave Winfield.
Yeah, I mean, just play. I don't care. You're 90 years old. Just go out there and just swing away, just to get one more to make it that even number.
It's like that movie Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
movie.
where they went and corrected his stats, and he actually had like 2,990 hits or something.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But yeah, this must be a tough one for a last issue because a CGC 9.8 of this sold this week for $450.
Wow.
Not
bad.
It's a cool cover. It reminds me of like a Flash of Two Worlds.
Yep.
Yeah,
I bet you they were trying to homage that. I wouldn't be surprised. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Almost 10. Thanks for hanging out. You guys can come hang out with me tomorrow night and every Saturday night over on Beyond Wednesdays for our Modern Comic Mayhem show. That is definitely the place for craziness and mayhem. Always some fun stuff, dark humor, and a lot of laughing as we talk about nostalgia, collectibles, comic books, and whatever else we can think of that's going to make us laugh. Come hang out with us tomorrow night for Modern Comic Mayhem.